Welcome back, songwriters, to the third episode, week number 3 of How to Write a Song 10 Minutes at a Time. So over the last couple of weeks, you've seen my process of how I start to write a song, or at least one way I start to write a song. I start in many different ways. But this week, we're going to continue with the process and give you another 10 minutes. And what this is all about is showing you that you don't need a lot of time to actually sit down and get quite a bit of material put together for your songwriting. So this week, again, we're going to start our handy dandy timer for 10 minutes, and we're going to jump in and we're going to start right now. So 10 minutes has started. I'm going to flip back to what we were doing here. So we were looking up rhymes for part of our title. So we were looking up the ache rhyme, but now we're looking at rate. And I saw the word failed. That's a cool rhyme. So failed or failed. I'm going to actually pull up that as a word and see what we get. Ooh, inhale. That's a cool kind of word. Remember, we started with embarrassment as a free writing topic. So I did 5 minutes of free writing about embarrassment. Then I spent some time pulling out potential titles. I ended up selecting oopses and mistakes as the title of the song. Created an outline here. I feel like lately life is just a bunch of oopses and mistakes, but maybe I'm caring too much about oopses and mistakes. Would life be as interesting without oopses and mistakes? So I found some rhymes that go with the oops, the oop. So we have boohooed, electrocute, screwed, confused, goofed, poop, costume, perfume, immune, gloom, ache. I have fake, quake, overtake, insulate, inflate, afraid, fail, failed, inhale. Now we're looking for some other words here. Jail, that's a cool word. That might fit. And again, I'm not just picking words because they rhyme. I'm picking them because it relates to what I'm thinking about the title, right? So I'm thinking about, what does embarrassment feel like? What does oopses and mistakes feel like? Pale, that's a good word. So let's think of other A words. So scared, aired, scared. Let's see what comes up here. Ooh, cared. That's a good one. I'm going to put scared too. Also, dared. Let's see. Like I dared to do something. What else do we got showing up here? These are not really necessarily rhyming with scared, but there might be some cool words coming in here. Oppressed, depressed, depressed. That might be a cool word. What I'm doing here is really just making and continuing to make a what I would call a lyric palette. I like to think of it as like a painter sort of mixes a bunch of paint before they start writing, and or before they start painting rather, and they can sort of mix it together. They can be, thinking of something maybe in their head before they start, but they have the paint there that's ready when they actually start working on it. And that's what I'm doing for this song too. And I want this to be as realistic as possible. So each of these 10 minutes is literally just straight up what's going down in my brain, and hopefully helpful for you as you watch this. For some people, if they're not into songwriting, this would be boring as hell. But this is kind of fun here. So cleansed. Ooh, that's a cool word. And I'll just find a few more words here and then we'll move on. So shred. That could be a verb or a noun. Words like that are super cool. If you can find words that could be verbs or nouns, because you can use them to do some cool like flips and wordplay. Possessed. What possessed me to do that? What else? Fear is a good word. I think I misspelled possessed or something. I don't know. Is that right? There we go. So now we have a bunch of words here. Now what I may do is just think of oopses and mistakes. Um, write some lines that, times I goofed things up. Felt like I was screwed. Caught in doom and gloom. Some of these are kind of cliche, right? Like you've heard some of them before, but I'm just there's you don't want to start critiquing what you're doing too early in the process, right? We're just gathering information, we're just gathering ideas, we're just going to show you how to start putting together different chorus options, right? Um, so now I just like the word failed. Times I fell on my face and failed. That's a cool alliteration. Fell, face, failed. That's cool. Um, so oopses and mistakes. Times I goof things up. Maybe it's goofed up. Times I goofed up. Felt like I was screwed, caught in doom and gloom. Times I fell on my face and failed. So now what I like to do is start doing some possible chorus structure. So what I'm gonna do here is maybe do what we would call a title, swing line, title, swing line. So title, not the title, title, not the title. So this would be oopses and mistakes. And then I'm taking these lines from up here and I'm just gonna put them into the structure to see what it comes up with. So felt like I was screwed. And then the title again. I fell on my face and failed. Oopses and mistakes. Felt like I was screwed. Oopses and mistakes. I fell on my face and failed. Okay, so that's title swing, title swing. What if we did swing line, swing line? I don't know why it's doing that. Like swing line, title. So caught in the doom and gloom. Felt like I was screwed. I fell on my face and failed. Oopses and mistakes. So now we have a different version of a possible chorus, right? And I don't know yet what I like. So I'm just experimenting with the structure. I'm just experimenting with the like order of these lines, right? So we have title swing line, that's this one. Now we have all swing lines and then the title. What if we do swing line, swing line title, swing line title. So felt like I was screwed. Oopses and mistakes. Fell on my face and failed. Oopses and mistakes. So that's a four-line chorus. Again, a different structure. Felt like I was screwed. And then there's probably some other words that you have to add, right? Like I felt like I was screwed from all the oopses, all my oopses and mistakes. I fell on my face and failed. But that's just oopses and mistakes, right? That kind of sounds good. What if we did a what we would call a bookend, where we have the title and then lines and then the title at the end. So oopses and mistakes. Felt like I was screwed, caught in doom and gloom. I failed and fell on my face. Oopses and mistakes. I actually really like this one. So we have the oopses and mistakes. It felt like I was screwed, caught in the doom and gloom, failed and fell on my face, oopses and mistakes. Hey, so that's a good place to stop. So that was another 10 minutes. So I wrote 3 different, or actually 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of a title within that 10 minutes. And I think I like this last one. I think I like the bookended version the most. But in the next episode, I want to start maybe putting this to music and maybe starting to turn it into what could be the actual chorus and sort of what sets up the rest of the song. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Again, I want to show you my process 10 minutes at a time. If you like this, hit like, hit subscribe, and would love to meet you in the online workshops that I do with At Home Songwriting with the MeetUp group. The link is in the description. And also, if you want to buy some cool At Home Songwriting merch, you can click below as well. I've got hats, mugs, some bags, some other stuff for you. So would love to have you support the channel that way as well. But thanks for joining, and I will see you next week.